Greetings, math friends. I want to do something fun today. I wanted to look at some fun mathy things, not really do a meme review, though there's a couple of meme type things that I've designed that I wanted to share, but we're going to talk about things that aren't necessarily on the internet for everybody to see. Everybody's a Marvel fan right now, it seems like. They make a lot of money off of their movies. A character that's supposedly in the background in one of the Incredible Hulk movies is a very math intensive character, but we don't really see that in the series. You see maybe more in the comic books, but there's a figure that they've created, a HeroClix, that in the thought bubble above him we see a differential equation. Give you a better view of this. There's the figure, and then you see the differential equation in there. So, pretty significant situation there. We've got a second derivative on the left-hand side there, and then it's implied that there's a second-order differential equation on the right-hand side there. So something fun there, mathy, that if you're not really paying attention, you might miss out on. It's really hard to see the writing on that figure. Along with popular media, I want to share a picture of me where I went to Comic-Con one time with my son, and I was supposed to be Ian Malcolm. Hopefully you can kind of see that in there. I even created a name badge, which you kind of see in the picture there, and here's actual image of what I created there to go with this. Somebody at Comic-Con mistook me for someone who worked for Comic-Con and asked me for something while I was there. I have years of experience in customer service and was able to help them, was able to connect them with the right people and get people to help them. But I was not an employee. Fun situations that happen. Something else just in the general public, I ran across this cereal years ago and kept the front of the cereal box and have kept it in my high school classroom just to have something fun to share. Generically, we see that this cereal is called crispy hexagons, so a nice geometric shape there. And then I recently had a student that found another very generically similar cereal that is the rice squares. So I don't know if you've seen any other geometric shapes out there. If you have, once you drop it in the comments where you saw that geometric cereal. And then one last thing in media. If any of you are into the anime or manga series My Hero Academia, the math teacher is known as Ectoplasm, and I drew this colored pencil drawing of the math teacher. And I hung it in our art room at the high school and then in my room for a while. Something that was seen in public, and I've seen different things like this actually posted on the internet. This picture was actually taken by a relative of mine. We see that the original price for this was 50 cents, and now we've got this great sale going on of 4 for $2. Grab your calculators if you can't figure that one out. And then some meme kind of things that I've created. Back when flip phones were popular, we had these types of cell phones. These were pretty durable phones. I had this one for quite a while. I made this as kind of a meme type thing. Just trying to draw attention to where you would use math in real life. And then similarly, I had this one with the with the wrenches. Fractions tend to give people trouble, and then with the system of measurement where we use this type of, where we have inches, where things are measured out in 16ths or 32nds of an inch, it tends to give people difficulty in figuring out which wrench they need. If they know what wrenches they have and they need one bigger, what one is it that they actually need? And then another couple of meme type things that I developed. This is kind of a parody of the American Express credit card. And then this one I kind of really enjoyed, a parody of like Lord of the Rings, but tying it into ring theory. So ring theory, if you don't know, is an algebraic structure that's studied if you study a contemporary algebra course. This is the structure that you probably studied after groups, and you would study before you study fields, and then the hierarchy goes from there. Something else fun is there's parodies and jokes about math labs, not meth labs. And there are a couple of schools that actually have a math lab room. So here's one university and then a second university where we actually have math labs. And it's just something amusing. And oh, yes. One last meme type thing that I have, and I have one of these in my classroom. If you've ever seen the parental advisories on musics, different music albums, I have this one that I developed, was inspired to develop this one. I think I pulled it off pretty well. We have the student advisory, contains explicit equations. And we see an explicit equation there at the bottom. It's explicitly solved for y. The opposite of that would be an implicit equation where we don't have the equation solved for one particular variable, like your standard form for linear equations, which this one is the slope-intercept form of linear equations. While we're talking about some mathy art, I want to talk about a piece that you sometimes see in the background in some of my videos. I had a student hand paint this Mandelbrot set on a CD and gave it to me as a gift. So you see that sometimes in the background. It's really cool that the student was able to paint this and that they gave it to me. It's a fun little piece that I like to have in the background, and it fits well because the channel logo that I have is a Mandelbrot set that I coded using MATLAB when I was doing my dynamical systems class when I was in grad school. Hopefully this has been something fun to help you think about math and maybe take a mental break. I know there's lots of math memes out there, and I do talk about them when I teach. They're something fun to reference and give us a quick laugh while we're trying to work through some challenging problems and things to think about. Hopefully you find some mathematics in your world to explore. Cheerful calculations.